Welcome to day 3 of Driver Appreciation Week, coming to you from Buckeye, Arizona. I've got with me today 2 special guests from our benefits team. I'm going to let them do some quick introductions.
Hi, I'm Kendall Woodring. I lead our benefits and employee relations teams.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Wilbur. I help lead our human resources, benefits, and charities teams.
So today we're here to talk to you all about our benefits, some of our upcoming benefits we've added to this year, and to explain some of our benefits that we've had in the past. How do you guys currently support our drivers?
Yeah, so we support our drivers in a number of different ways, especially on the benefit side through benefit administration. That's going to be a lot of the employee benefits like dental, life, medical, all of those kinds of things you think about when you think about your total all-in benefits package.
And some of the things that we've got coming up are going to be open enrollment.
Open
when is
enrollment,
that taking place?
yeah, open enrollment's huge. That's actually coming up here very soon in the near future. That's going to be October 14th through the 25th. Okay. So they can go up on the portal, they can enroll there. Our benefit guides, our 2025 benefit guides are going to be mailed out in the coming week. So be on the lookout for those if you enrolled. We'll also have a lot of information on that online as well.
Okay, so will you guys have the entire benefits package, all the offerings, will they be on the hub?
Yes, they will be on the hub as well.
Okay, so drivers, look out for your hub. It'll be there coming soon on the news section. In our open enrollment this year, what are some new things?
So one of the biggest new things that we're introducing is something called Benefits All In. It's a partner that we're working with to help you determine whether or not our insurance is the best insurance for you. At the beginning of your enrollment, you'll answer about 10 questions, and then after enrollment is over, Benefits All In will contact you if they feel like you might have another option, whether that's a spouse, military insurance, Medicare, or Medicaid. So just keep a lookout for those. We'll send more communication as that goes along too.
Awesome. And as usual, we have our biometric screenings that all of our drivers have to complete, all of our office employees. And we have some of our biometric screenings going on right now here in Buckeye. We've got a group through 4 o'clock today. If you're in the area, please drop by. We also have in our terminals, and this information is all on the hub, we've got biometric screenings going on throughout the nation this week.
Yep. We also have some coming in the next 2 months as well. So I know that it's October 11th, and then there's also one in November as well. So those are on the hub for you to look up as well.
So Kendall, if I'm a brand new driver, and my benefits haven't kicked in yet, I've only been here for 30 days. If I go and do my biometric screening right now, will that count towards last year and this year?
It will, yes.
Okay.
So anytime that you take a screening after August 1st, it counts for the current year that you're in and the upcoming benefit year.
Okay, awesome. What if I can't get by a terminal? What do I need to do?
Yeah, so we have 2 other options for that because we understand that terminals aren't always going to be the best option. We have LabCorp locations that you can go to, and you can also just go to your PCP with the downloaded form.
Oh, what is a PCP?
Primary care physician.
Okay.
Good question.
Okay.
Good question.
So just your regular doctor then.
Yes.
What about like a Walgreens Take Care Clinic or Choice Medical? Some of those other that are doctor's offices that are inside of CVS, Walgreens, some of those locations. Can I get my biometric screening done there?
I do not believe so. I believe it's just through the LabCorp and your PCP,
Okay.
your primary care.
Okay. Anything else on the biometric screening? Do we have any upcoming in October and November?
We do, yes. So there is the one on October 11th, and I don't remember the date, but there is also some going to be happening in November as well.
Okay. And all that information's on the hub?
It is. And we will have some at the beginning of next year as well if you do happen to miss these ones.
So one of the big things, if you've been with Knight for a while, we do a thing called a continine test. What is that test for?
That is the nicotine test. So that will happen during the biometric screening. It's just going to confirm whether or not you are a smoker. However, this is the first year we're doing this. If you previously tested negative that you were not a smoker, that result's actually going to roll over. So no need to take that test anymore.
Is that something our employees need to tell the person that's doing their screening?
Yes, I would recommend letting them know when you take the screening.
They were negative last year, and they don't need a screening this year.
Yes.
Okay, good information. What are some of the changes that are upcoming for our plan this year?
Yeah, good question. We do have some new providers this year. Our vision is moving to iMed. This is actually a really positive change, I think. There's going to be a lot more providers available to all of our employees, but especially for our driving population when you're out there on the road. So you can think of lens crafters, Targets, glasses.com. It's a really extensive list of providers that's going to make it all the easier for our drivers to seek out that eye care and that eye health through iMed. We also have Chubb. Chubb is going to be one of our new vendors for hospital indemnity, some of our critical illness and accident plans.
Okay.
We also are moving to Symetra. That's where we're going to start managing our short-term disability, our long-term disability, basic and supplemental life insurance, as well as our EAP, which are our employee assistance programs.
Okay.
And then the final thing there is we do have something, if you are an Arizona resident and your benefits guides come out and you're getting ready to enroll, one thing to look for is the new Presano plan that is going to be eligible for our Arizona residents.
Awesome. We did have a quick question that came in from Chino Dog. Want to get my daughter on my insurance. Does she need to do her biometrics?
No, daughters do not, or dependents do not have to. Spouses do have to take the biometric screening if they are on the plan with you.
What if the dependent is over 18?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
No dependents.
All right. There you go, Chino Dog.
Good question.
Sorry about that. Thank you for taking that. Okay. So on some of those benefits, we have a couple that people don't know a lot about. I didn't know a lot about. I didn't know how you use them. Is going to be your short and long-term disability. So I wanted to jump into that, get you guys to give us a little bit of an overview of those benefits, what they cover, why someone may need them.
Yeah, that's a really good one, Ashley. You know, the reality is unexpected life circumstances occur, and short and long-term disability can be a great way to help bridge part of income loss if somebody is out of work for an unexpected medical event. Now, one of the important things to note with short and long-term disability is it doesn't cover pre-existing medical conditions. But if you're somebody and you know that maybe family planning is going to be in your future this next year, that might be something that can help cover when you're out of work for maternity leave, something of that nature. But again, any kind of unexpected life events that could occur, surgery, rehab for after surgery, mental health, pregnancy, all those kinds of things. So it's a benefit that employees should really take a look at because you just don't really ever know what is going to happen.
Okay.
Be prepared.
So on that family planning, because that is something that we did not have when I had my kids here. So I'm super intrigued on that short-term disability policy and being able to use that. What if I take a pregnancy test January 5th and it shows up that I'm pregnant? Obviously that's going to be, is that pre-existing that I didn't know until January 5th?
From
But
what
it was
I-
previous. It would have been part of December. It would have been in December because you,
That's a good question, but I do believe it's once you get diagnosed by your doctor.
It's once you're actually diagnosed by the doctor
Okay.
is when that would kick in.
so for those of you that are planning for a family, this would be a great policy to make sure that you have. It's going to cover part of your income loss. That all the information, the coverage, what that looks like, again, is going to be posted on the hub. Is there anything else on that short-term disability policy that any things that you all have maybe come into contact where people have been able to use that policy?
Yeah, I think we've had situations with employees where, maybe they've experienced, heart, right? We've had folks who have some heart medical events occur. They've been placed out of work. They didn't ever anticipate that they were going to be placed out of work, but they had that short-term disability that was able to kick in, bridge some of that loss of income, which really kind of helped them sustain themselves and family while they were out of work.
Okay. I think a lot of the times when people even think about like short-term, long-term disability, that they think that it's something larger, a larger event. So things like pregnancy, things like a heart condition, like that doesn't always grab their attention that it can be used for that.
Correct. Yeah.
Agreed.
One of the other things I would talk about as well when it comes to some of the other benefits that are available, especially when I think about our drivers, not always being at home or maybe where your standard physician may be, but taking advantage of some of the things we have like Blue Care Anywhere. So that's something you can do a virtual visit with a doctor. You don't actually have to go into a physical location. So when you think about there being out there on the road, if it's a non-emergency event, it's $25 per visit. It's a virtual visit. They can prescribe, they can look at pharmacies that may be near you, wherever you may be. And it's really a great benefit to you so that you can make sure that you are taking care of yourself. If you have something that you may need to get checked out, take advantage of that Blue Care Anywhere.
Oh, I love that. And that's definitely something that we haven't had in the past. We added it, I want to say maybe two years ago.
Yeah, I think it was added about 2 years ago.
Yeah. On the employee assistance program, that's something else that Lindsay had mentioned. Acronym for that, EAP is what people call it in the benefits group.
Yep.
For the rest of us, employee assistance program. So, Kendall, can you tell us a little bit about that? What is that? How does that help our employees?
Yeah, so there's lots of benefits within the employee assistance program. One of the biggest ones that most people take advantage of is 5 free counseling sessions per issue that you bring up. So say you start off the year in a hard financial place, you can have 5 free counseling sessions just for that. A couple months later, you're going through some family issues, you can have 5 free counseling sessions for that. So that is just something that not a lot of people know about, and it's such a helpful benefit. Some other things that can come from that is you can speak with legal counsel for issues like financial hardship, family planning issues, short and long-term financial success. So there's a lot of benefits within that employee assistance program that just many people don't take advantage of. And I didn't either until this past year. Those counseling sessions were a godsend for when I had some family issues come up. And I highly encourage you guys to check that out.
Thank you, Kendall. And then one of the other programs that we have is going to be Headway. Lindsay, can you tell us a little bit about that and how that's going to benefit our employees?
Yeah, Headway is actually, the focus there is mental health. I mean, I think that's something that over recent years, we've heard more about. People are more apt to talk about mental health, how that affects individuals in different ways and capacities. So there's a lot of different mental health programs. They're going to work with you to match you with the best provider available based on what you share with them. So it's a phenomenal resource to use. They're going to match you in network as well so that you can have confidence that you're going to be matched with somebody. The cost there is going to be in network. So it's a great resource to take advantage of as well as part of that kind of overall EAP.
And that one is brand new, right?
That is brand new.
Okay.
Headway is brand new. So we're really excited about rolling that out. So yeah, please, and these are those kind of things that, benefits are not always easy to understand. There's a lot of different moving pieces. There's a lot of complexities to those, but that's kind of why we're here. That's why our benefits team is here. We have a phenomenal enrollment center as well when it comes time for open enrollment. That there's any of these you want to talk through further and understand a little bit more about, we're definitely here to help you with that.
Nice. So on the Headway, is that a benefit I have to add, or is that going to be covered under my medical? It's just included when I sign up for medical, I have it?
You have it. It's
Okay.
automatically provided to you. It's not an additional enrollment.
Okay. So the things that are additional enrollment are going to be those supplemental
Yes.
programs like the long-term, the short-term disability.
Yeah.
Yes, short-term disability, eye, dental. Those are, those. Yes, those are the ones you have to actually physically enroll in. You'll go through and you'll enroll in all the specific different kind of programs that we have. I think though, while talking about open enrollment, one of the important things to mention is that Knight offers all of our employees basic life. And as well as AD&D, which is accidental death and dismemberment. So here's the deal though, to take advantage of those, you actually have to go in and enroll in those. Even if you're not going to do medical, you don't have to sign up for medical, dental, or vision, but go in and take advantage of that offering that we provide. But one of the biggest things there that we see is take advantage of that, but also update your beneficiaries. Make sure that your information is correct. That's a step that a lot of people miss. And then if in the event something unfortunate did happen and that information is incorrect, it makes it a lot more complicated to kind of process those benefits for family members.
We have a lot of questions each year from our drivers, from our office employees, wondering why we do open enrollment. There's companies that if you work there, you don't do an open enrollment, you just re-sign up for benefits and everything that you had carries over. One of the big reasons is for that beneficiary piece, is we want you to be able to go in, update your information, make sure everything is accurate, make sure that you have the coverage that you need. So it really is to help us all out. I know that it's only a couple weeks each year that you get the opportunity to be able to do that, but it's very important that you get everything updated.
It's hugely important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is really one of the reasons that we do it. It's a really good time to kind of reflect on who you have as your points of contact, your beneficiaries, all of that, and can provide those updates.
Nice. So what if my spouse has coverage and I can be on their plan is better? What do I do in those situations?
So that's what the BAI, the Benefits All In, is going to help with this year.
Okay.
Some of the questions that they'll ask you is if your spouse has insurance, and then if they understand that that is an option for you. When they connect with you, they're going to kind of go through the costs of your spouse's insurance versus our costs and kind of look at all those options, and they're going to help you figure out what the best option is for you.
That's
Not
exciting.
necessarily, it's going to be like what's going to save you the most money and help you the most.
Yeah. So if you don't know if you should be on your spouse's plan, if you should be on the night plan, this is a company that we have that will be able to help assist in you making that decision and what is best for your family and your needs. Yeah. So these are two acronyms that are used that I actually have the toughest time with understanding what they're used for. They're interchangeable a lot. People will say HRA or FSA, and I don't know that anybody clearly understands. Not anybody, it's just maybe me. I don't understand the difference between the two. Can you guys talk a little bit on that?
Yes, they can definitely be confusing. So the HRA is a health reimbursement account. Now you receive your HRA funds after you take your biometric screening. And if you have a family or you plus one spouse, you can actually have increased funds. For just the employee, it's $500 at the start of the year. And then if you have a spouse or you have a whole family, it goes up from there. So that's really nice. The way that those work is when you go to the doctor and you have a claim, whatever finances or whatever that dollar amount is after that claim, it's going to actually go through the HRA first. That is all done directly through Blue Cross Blue Shield. They will pay for any of the claims that are eligible for the HRA funds, and then from there, whatever is left over goes to you. So it's really important to get your biometric screenings done as soon as possible. That way you can get the full maximum amount of those HRA funds.
So it's just I get my biometric and then I get to have that fund.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What if I'm on a family plan and I get it, but my spouse doesn't?
So unfortunately, you and your spouse both have to complete it in order to get those HRA funds. So
But
if
my
you do,
dependents don't?
your dependents do not.
Okay. Nice.
Nope.
Okay. And then FSA.
FSA is the flexible spending account. Think of it like a medical debit card. You elect when you are signing up to, you elect how much you want to put towards that. I believe the maximum amount is $3,200 for 2024 and 2025. So you can elect up to $3,200. That will come directly pre-tax out of your paycheck. And what that means in the long run is you actually have savings because that is a pre-tax fund. So when you have those medical claims come through, say after they process through your HRA, or even if they don't, you can use that debit card to then pay for the rest of whatever money is left over for your medical expenses. So that can not only just be used for medical claims, it could be used for prescriptions, it could be used for, healthcare items such as like walkers, or there's other eligible medical expenses that you can use it for as well. So I highly suggest, especially if you have a lot of medical, expenses potentially coming up next year, elect a pretty good amount in there, and it's just extra medical money for you.
So I know I've heard this come up in the past. With the FSA, can any of that go towards extended dental? So if I have a kid that has to get their wisdom teeth taken out, and my dental only covers up to so much, could I use any of that flexible spending towards dental, or is it just going to be purely medical?
I believe that it is also for dental and vision as well. The best thing to do is if you do elect it, there is a phone number to call and you can confirm actually if it's going to be an eligible expense.
Okay. So if FSA is something you're looking to add, make sure when you're going through open enrollment, ask a few more questions, ask specifically about some of the upcoming expenses that you may have. It could be a kid that's having wisdom teeth taken out. Make sure that that's going to be part of the coverage, just so that you know exactly what you can spend those dollars on.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank you, Kendall.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah.
So anything else that you all want to make sure that our drivers know about our benefits plans, things that are upcoming? I think I covered most of the list that you guys had. Is there anything else that's out there?
I think the most that we would say is don't hesitate to reach out, ask us the questions. We're here to help you any way we can, as well as our teams. We have some phenomenal enrollment resources as well that will be available when it comes to that open enrollment time. So no question is a silly question. We understand that benefits can be a little complicated to wrap your head around because there's various plans and all those things. So don't hesitate to reach out and call. That's exactly what we're here for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love that.
Agreed. No, I mean, and if you do have any questions, even if we don't know the answer right away, we will find that answer for you. We have a wonderful team of vendors that we work with who are willing to help us and you guys along the way. Benefits are a challenge to work through sometimes, and we're here for you on that.
Nice. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you, Lindsay. One of the other things that they mentioned early on is they said enrollment center. So we have a group that every year during open enrollment that they are here to take care of our drivers, answer your questions, get you enrolled in the benefits that work for you. Yep. Not every benefit we offer do you need. So make sure that you go through, you ask the questions, you make sure that these are going to be right for you and your family.
Exactly.
All right. So thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kendall. We have a few more events that are happening here in Phoenix that I wanted to make sure everybody knows about. Today, we have our team from Jet Dental that is here. They are doing cleanings, x-rays. They are doing fillings here. If you want to come in and get your teeth bleached, there is an extra charge to that, but they are here till 4 o'clock. They have some open appointments. We also have our biometric screening group that is here. You can get that already taken care of for this open enrollment that's coming up. If you're a new driver that needs insurance for this year, that biometric screening will count for this year and next year. So please drop by. Again, they're here till 4 o'clock. We have our dodgeball competition that's going to be going on tomorrow. We are going to have a mixture of office employees and drivers. They are going to battle it out in our gym here in Buckeye. So come by tomorrow. You can look at the hub. It's going to give all the information on times of when to be here and what to expect. We also have our half court contest on Friday. We did that last year. All of our drivers loved it. It's a cash prize of $1,000 to the winner of that contest. That's going to be happening here on Friday. Again, all of the information is on our hub. So those are our events. We've got breakfast, we've got lunch, we've got a food truck here each evening. So stop by. We want you to stop by. We have all these different events going across the nation. We have raffles every day that are happening at all of our terminals. And they're all virtual raffles this year to make sure that we're taking care of our men and women that are out there driving and making money for their families. You don't even have to stop into a terminal to be part of those raffles. So make sure that you're tuning into your terminal, that you're tuning into our live events. We're even going to post everything out on Friday on every driver that has won a virtual raffle across the nation. Thank you, drivers. We appreciate you. Kendall, Lindsay, any last words?
Yeah, thank you, drivers. It's not lost on me the work that you do and the impact you make, not just our organization, but to our country and our economy. And I just really appreciate you, everything that you do, who you are, and just please drive safe. And don't ever hesitate to reach out with any questions you may have.
And then I have one quick shout out. Emmanuel, you messaged us. You're a former driver. You want to come back. Please reach out to our recruiting team or throw your driver code onto Facebook and we can get in touch with you.